Aida for firing my now ex-best friend as my home health aide. Aida for firing my now ex-best friend as my home health aide. Also Wida if I get her fired now completely from the company for her actions. Advice needed. I 43 FAM disabled due to a lot of health issues. I have a home health aide as I am a full risk. I also have severe social anxiety to the point it is almost crippling. This led me to get my ex-best friend 53F hired as my aide. Let's call her Maria. Maria and I have been best friends for the last 15 years. Maria is loud, boisterous, and very outgoing. She balanced out my quiet, backwards, and introvert personality. She is also a very big neat freak, so it made her the perfect aide to help. Also being someone I know made my anxiety not spike. When Maria first started as my aide it was great. She was sometimes loud and very opinionated about things. But knowing her as long as I have, I knew it came from a place of caring. She had been my aide for about a year when the problem started. The problem started in July. First, she was calling me last minute to tell me she would be late or not showing up because her daughter needed her to watch her kids. No problem. Then she took a job babysitting for a neighbor and couldn't be with me at the hour I requested. And knowing but I tried to not let it bother me. Then she started only showing up on Sundays. She was scheduled 5 days a week for her hours. Again I tried to work with her and let it go. She was still doing some work. Better than have my anxiety spike and have a stranger here, I kept telling myself. It all started to really get to me when I fell and busted my head off the kitchen counter. It took me over an hour to get off the floor. All I kept thinking was how I could have been majorly hurt and no one would know. She was supposed to be here during that time. I even tried to call her and no answer. I didn't hear from her until she showed up that Sunday, 3 days later. I sat Maria down and told her things needed to change. I told her I needed her at my home for her hours. I needed more than an hour before or after her shift start. Notice if she was going to be late or not show. I needed her to do what she was hired and paid to do. She said she would. That conversation happened the first week in November. There absolutely was no change whatsoever. No even a week of change to act like it was going to happen. By the end of November Maria stopped answering my calls. During the day she was supposed to work and only showing up on Sundays. She didn't and wouldn't talk about it either. She had also just stopped calling me to let me know she wasn't coming to work all those days. I kept telling her if things didn't change, I would get a new aide. By mid-December, I was done. I talked to another friend and was complaining to her. Let's call her Penny 30F. Penny said she would be happy to help and could be my aide. I agreed and warned Maria that I would be getting a new aide. I don't know if Maria never listened to me or just didn't believe I would replace her. But the week before Christmas, Penny started as my aide. Maria was shocked and pissed. Yelled at me I was ruining her grandbaby's Christmas and all. I already felt horrible and guilty for asking my best friend now ex-BFF to be replaced and that about destroying me. I love her grandkids, but I stuck to my guns. She immediately blocked me everywhere and cut me from her life. So Aida for firing her as my aide. Honestly, I did feel like an asshole and pretty guilty, up until I heard what Maria has been saying about me. She has been telling outright lies about me. Example, a friend lent me her car to use for a week while my son was using our only car for work. She told some mutual friends and acquaintances that I had wrecked the car. It got to my friend's boyfriend and then to her. She called me to ask me. I was honest that the car was fine when I left that morning. I rode with my son out of town to deal with family since we had had a death in the family. If it was damaged now then someone hit it while it was parked at my ex's house. I would check when I got back. The car was fine and no damage. No one had hit it nor had I wrecked it. Maria also to my ex-husband that I had slid into a tree with the car with our kids in it. We have 2 kids together that we share custody of. He asked our son when he got them for his week. Our son told him that it was a lie. I had not wrecked or anything like that alone or with them in the car. Then my ex started asking our kids some pointed questions about my health. Maria had told him some private and personal health problems of mine. This man is my ex-husband, not my husband. My health issues are not his business as long as it is not affecting me caring for our kids during my time with them. They don't affect that. My ex obviously knows I'm disabled and some of my diagnosis. But since our divorce, I haven't told him anything, since it is none of his business. I am pretty sure that her talking about my health information she learned taking me to appointments is protected by HIPAA. I know they told her something like this and she wasn't even allowed to tell anyone her clients' names and she got hired. As a home health aide, she has to follow HIPAA laws too. I am furious. What if I call the company she works for and inform them what she is doing and get her fired?